aim of these like big revelation videos is that you're supposed to make yourself look as pathetic as possible, and I feel like I've done quite a good job of that without meaning to. Hello, this is a video which I didn't think I'd be filming anytime soon, but I have lost my job and I've been made redundant. Just to warn you, I'm definitely going to cry in this video, but I'm feeling so many things that I need to say them all of them. I'm not really at anybody because I don't really want any answers, I just want to say it all, if that makes any sense. Sorry I look so awful. I've been, well, I haven't really been to sleep. I found out yesterday. I suppose I should really start at the beginning, because there's probably quite a lot of you since I last talked about my job, and I've talked about my job quite a lot on here, which is why I felt like I should make this video. Whew. I've always talked about my job quite a lot on here. It's always been the thing that I've been like proudest of that I've achieved. Okay, I'm gonna calm down, I'm gonna get my head together and talk about this because I want to. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, for the past 4.5 years I have been a writer and a content creator of all different kinds for a website called Sugarscape, which you will probably mostly remember as Sugar magazine. The magazine got shut down and it all turned into an online thing. So it's been around a long time. I've loved Sugar as a brand probably since I was about 10 years old, I think. I was definitely never allowed to buy like Cosmo Girl or the slightly racy ones where they talked about boys touching your boobs and stuff, but Sugar magazine I was always allowed to have, and it was always my favourite. I think it was actually my 3rd year of uni when I had this brainwave that I wanted to do teen journalism, and I suddenly had my heart set on working there. I was so excited, so I sent a letter in, like an actual printed letter, and they got back to me and offered me some work experience. So I just couldn't believe it because I kind of set my heart on it so much that I didn't think I was going to get it. Like, it turned into this like mega unbelievable thing for me, and then I got it and was just like, bloody hell, I can't believe it. Went in for my first day of work experience, wrote my first article about Jedward, which, you know, start on a high, and that was that. And so for the past 4.5 years Sugarscape has pretty much been my dream job. I've woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do work for it. I've gone to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning to cover stuff for it. I've worked pretty much entire weekends towards it. I've literally given it everything, and I've managed to work my way up from being work experience to being editor of it, which I'm really proud of, and I've worked so hard, and I'm just really sad that this is the way it's ended because it's now closing, and I think it's such a shame. I think when you have a job that requires creativity, you really put yourself into it. You really do give a lot of yourself to it, and we're a very small team. It didn't used to be quite as small as it is now. It's all come from us, and to feel like that hasn't worked and isn't going to be a thing that I do anymore just feels really weird. I've lost literally, I'll probably never love a job as much as I love this one. Unless you've been in that kind of like creative role that you've been in for so long and that you've invested so much into, it's very hard to understand the feeling. It feels a little bit like the end of a long-term relationship, which I know is bizarre. Like, how can you compare like a work job? It's just a job. How can you compare it to like a relationship? But at the end of the day, the people that you work with day in, day out, 5, maybe even like 6 days a week sometimes, you don't spend time with anyone more than that. Even like your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your parents, like, you don't spend anywhere near as much time with them as you do with your colleagues. And if you have a good relationship with your colleagues, then that's such a great feeling. And so I'm absolutely devastated that we won't have our little team together anymore, and I just think it's such a shame. I think teen journalism is so important. If you remember things like the problem pages and stuff when you used to read Ms and Bliss and Sugar magazine, that kind of like reliance of googling things about when you think you're weird and when you think you're abnormal, and if teen journalism isn't there, then I don't know where teens go to get that kind of thing, which which makes me sad because my whole kind of mentality the whole time I've been in the kind of like teen journalism industry has always been that I want to create the stuff and be the person that I needed when I was like 15, 16, and I just think it's very sad that if Sugarscape, which honestly is one of the pillars of teen journalism if you know anything about it, we really are like good at what we do, and I just think it's so sad that that's not going to be there anymore at the moment because it's still quite like fresh and I'm still quite in shock about the whole thing. I think I'm quite scared about what happens now. I've got pretty much every worst case scenario running through my head about like thoughts of having no money and having to move back home, not being in London anymore, losing my boyfriend, just everything. I'm really sorry if you think that I'm a ridiculous human. I'm just really sad. It was much more than just a job. It was a very close group of friends, my creative outlet. It's given me so many unbelievable, incredible opportunities. I've met so many people that I never thought I'd meet. I met McFly. To be honest, I kind of I'm also very grateful to it because not only did it lead me to such like wonderful opportunities and like the coolest job in the world, which I'm always so proud to tell people is my job. When I was going through that really shit time a couple of years ago, it really pulled me out of that and gave me a reason to move away and start new and sort my life out and kind of give myself a life again. Sad and scared and a bit confused, which I haven't felt for ages, and I think that's why I'm so sad, is that everything was going so well. It's just so annoying, isn't it? Being an adult sucks. Absolutely sucks. I don't want to have to worry about rent and like where my next like paycheck is coming in and like where the hell I'm gonna go, and redundancy, like what the hell? So that's my news. This was happy. I've been quite lucky in the fact that Sugarscape is a very flexible job and has always allowed me to have just about enough spare time to do this alongside. I'm not sure whether that's going to be too feasible in a proper job. So any support that you could show my YouTube, kind of like sharing it with people that you might think might enjoy it, helping me bump up that subscriber count a little bit, would be incredible. You're all amazing anyway, and that's kind of half the reason I made this video, is that whenever I feel bad about anything and I talk about it on here with you guys, you always make me feel so much better. I know that things will be fine. I know they will be fine. I'm privileged enough to kind of know that I will never be left without a roof over my head. When you look at the grand scheme of things, if losing a job is the worst thing that's happening to you at the moment, then that's really not too bad, is it? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about this. I've just had the most wonderful time working there, and I'm sad for anyone who hasn't ever worked there, because I don't think I'll ever have another job that I love as much. I've been so happy there. I'm such a firm believer in the message that everything happens for a reason. Whenever anything happens to my friends ever, I always remind them that everything happens for a reason, because I totally believe it. But the time when that reason hasn't quite manifested itself yet and things have just happened and you don't know what the reason is a really shitty time, and you never know how long it's going to be until the reason makes itself clear, do you? So it really has been wonderful, and I've got so many amazing memories, and it's really kind of great to think how many people we've made happy. I think that's really great. We definitely pissed a lot of people off as well along the way. We've had a lot of hate, which I won't miss. I was always kind of like responsible for writing the controversial One Direction stories, so I've had a lot of insults thrown my way over the years, called like crusty asshole and all things like that, so I won't miss that side too much. Thanks to everyone who sent those in, we appreciated those massively. It's just been a blast, and I guess this is bye to Sugarscape and hello to something new. Oh god, when you've cried so much you get a headache. All I've done for like 24 hours now is just cry. Just wasn't ready, but I suppose you never are ready for stuff like this, and that's what life is all about, figuring out what the hell you do next and how the hell you handle this. Thank you for watching this, just me snot everywhere basically. Please don't be worried about me, I'm fine. I've been in much worse situations than this. I just need to figure out how I'm going to pay my rent. Which is a minor issue. Thank you very, very much for always being wonderful and very supportive all the time. Please be nice in this one. As you can see, I'm currently a bit of a mess. As I said, any support with my YouTube channel would be really great because I'm not sure not sure what I'm going to do. It would be nice to think that this was an option though, so we'll see how it goes. Right, that's all. Love you all very much. Thank you for always being there to listen to these weird breakdowns that I seem to have alarmingly often. I'll see you all soon.